So, Mike, did you go downtown at all today or yesterday?
Today? No. My
Downtown.
plan was to go today, and then I got tired, and I just didn't.
Yeah.
I might do it tomorrow. We'll see. But today was a no go.
What, to get soap or just to go downtown in general?
To get soap, I have no other business downtown. Like other than people watching, I got nothing to do.
Yeah, it was. I don't know. We were just trying to go this morning to do some stuff at the house, and just getting from there to here today was like, I don't know, what felt like an hour, where it's like a 5 minute distance. So downtown is officially fucking dead to me for the next 2 weeks. I honestly have no idea how it's going to be moving. Like, it's going to be.
Yeah,
I
you might legitimately have to do it between like midnight and 5 a.m.
we're
Yeah,
doing it at
bro.
we're doing it at fucking at nobody gives a fuck 30. What do we used to call it? What do we used to call 3 a.m. in high
Uh,
school?
what did we call it? We called it yeah, do it.
Do whatever the fuck you want, hour.
Yeah, something
Was
like
was
that.
it do whatever the fuck you want hour?
I think so.
I feel like whenever we were out at 3 a.m., when the clock struck 3 a.m., it was like rules didn't exist, and like weird shit happened.
It was like the purge, but specifically every night, just during that 1 hour.
Yeah, like I don't think I ever. I don't know. There was definitely some times where some shit happened to the three of us, but then there were definitely some times I've heard of other things that went on that I was not present for. Like, I don't think I ever went to the hostess thing, but I know that was a more than once
That also
occasion. But
wasn't like a that also wasn't like a 3 a.m. thing. That was like
that was just a
No, that was
regular.
like a middle of the. That was just a middle of the day. Like,
like yeah, that was just the regular like evening.
Interesting.
Rules were very much still in play.
Okay. I mean, that's ballsy. That's some ballsy shit right there.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think I'm pretty much fucked for having to move
Yeah.
after the 20th or whatever. At this point, I'm not even sure when we get to actually start moving, because things got delayed, not by our fault. So we're kind of just let me pull up the old calendar here and see. My guess is that the earliest we can probably start even moving is next weekend, so the 23rd. So like the week of Halloween, that's not really when I'm trying to move my entire life across the town of Halloween town, Salem.
Yeah.
So,
A mistake.
also, I didn't know that people parked all the way over by where the house is for like just to go downtown, like in regards to Halloween times.
Oh yeah. Definitely.
Like, I was not
Yeah.
aware that that area was going to be as crazy as it was. And every fucking street over there has a resident parking sign temporarily for October, except for our street. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, it is kind of surprising. I mean, so I saw that whatever weekend I had swung by your place.
Mhm.
Just in general, I was watching people walk from that vicinity into downtown. So I gathered as much.
Like, it's not a far walk. I'm just surprised that like people who are traveling here discover that area.
I think at a certain point, you either someone's telling them or they were just, just driving around looking for the closest place that they can get to and stop their car without any signage.
I guess. I don't know. I mean, I guess you're not wrong, because the last like, I mean, last year doesn't matter, but like probably the last 2 years before COVID, people started discovering the street that our apartment is on as like we can park here and walk downtown. And now all of the streets over here have turned into that as well, which is just a fucking nightmare. So
Do you have a garage there or your own driveway?
we
Or?
have a driveway, but still, like,
Oh, okay.
it's just,
Yeah.
the other day, last weekend when I was painting, I was like upstairs painting what will end up being the new office. And I'm looking out the window and I'm watching this like person with Connecticut license plate pull up and just park in front of my driveway. And I'm just looking out the window like, no, it's not. Nope. Like, definitely not. What is happening right now? And then they like looked and they were like, oh, we can't actually park here. I'm like, hey, you can't. You're in front of my fucking driveway. What do you mean you can't?
Right.
Like, what you can't do that in any state? What are you talking about? So I have been parking just myself in front of my driveway. That way no one can park in front of my driveway. So it's just, I don't know. Is that a thing? Can I get a ticket for parking in front of my own driveway?
Get a ticket. Yes, absolutely.
I've definitely done that before because there have been times where I left my house and when I came back, like someone's like visiting. It's not like it's a stranger that's parking in my driveway.
Yeah.
But I wasn't anticipating it, and they've taken up all my spaces. So I'm like, well, I guess I'll just park in front of my own driveway. That can't be against the rules, right?
Mm-hmm. Did you get a ticket?
No, because it was never like a long stretch of time.
Yeah.
Or anything.
Yeah. So I feel like if
you
someone
can't get a ticket for parking in front of a driveway, they just tow you, and you'd have to call.
Yeah,
That'd be worth
so
it.
like it would only be a situation of like a stranger is parked in front of my driveway. I'm gonna call the tow. Okay. Because yeah, I don't know. Who's to say? Anyways, welcome everyone to the Pass Control Podcast, a show where a couple of best friends talk about the latest video games and nerd culture. Sometimes we have guests. Sometimes we talk about the logistics of towing cars in the city of Salem. Either way, we have a new house. We have a new house. We do have a new house. We have a new episode for you each and every week. As always, I'm your host, Brenden Groom, and joining me on this lovely Saturday evening is the anime senpai himself, the DC FanDome correspondent for the evening, Mr. Michael Lazier. Mike, how are you doing tonight?
Let me tell you, some wild and wacky stuff happened in today's DC FanDome, and you'll have to tune in to find out more.
Ooh, I like it. We're gonna cut a special promo for that for you, Mike. Also joining us this evening is the Fortnite father.
Well, I haven't played Fortnite in like 2 weeks. All right.
Okay, what are you playing then?
I don't know. I'm all over the place.
The back for blood, fucking baby boy Todd Gary.
I'm surprised we've gotten Mike for a couple nights of that too.
I think Mike secretly likes it. I think Mike might be down. This could potentially
Got a new game of the year.
That's what I'm saying. It could potentially edge out fucking Space Jam.
Actually, I was thinking about it the other day. I'm like, oh, you know what? I think technically what's going to end up winning, as it currently stands, is Nicktoons All-Star Brawl.
Ugh. I'm gonna kidnap you, Mike, and make you play just a couple other games so that doesn't happen. Fucking play Psychonauts too, Mike. I think you'll really like that game.
Unfortunate that you have moved further away from me, so that logistically that probably won't happen anymore.
Nah, I'm gonna swing in there and scoop you up. And rounding us out this evening is the Disney Daddy, the Pixar Poppy, Dominic 40. Dom, how are you doing tonight?
Mike, can you? So I only watched like the first half hour, 45 minutes of FanDome.
Yep.
Did they just remove Ben Affleck and Henry Cavill from their memories?
They never came up once. I don't think
anyone and even in all like the sizzle reels they showed, they jumped from like Michael Keaton to Robert Pattinson, and then they jumped from, I think Brandon Rourke showed up in there.
Got to get the new blood going.
Oh, you know who did show up? You know who did?
Oh,
show
Brendan
up?
Routh, not Rourke. What? Who?
Tom Welling. Tom Welling did show up.
Yeah, there was a Smallville thing.
Yep.
What is it? We could talk about it after.
Yeah, we'll talk about it.
No, we'll get to FanDome. We'll get to FanDome. We're not there yet. I guess we can roll into some housekeeping things before we get rolling into tonight's episode. This episode of the Pass Control Podcast is sponsored by our good friends at Good Night Fatty. If you're in the Salem, Massachusetts, or the North Shore, Massachusetts, on a Friday, Saturday, or Sunday evening, you want yourself something sweet, something hot and tasty, delicious, fresh out of the oven, you can head on down to 1 Washington Square and get yourself a delicious fatty. If you're in the area right now, currently, during this time, or you will be during October, please expect to wait a long time. Because they're going to be jumping. They're normally jumping, but I mean, October in Salem, crazy town. So if you do head down to 1 Washington Square, let them know Pass the Controller sent you. Be nice to them. Throw them a couple of tips. You know what I mean? Throw the tips in the tip jar. Those people working hard, dealing with a lot of people from all over during crazy times. And if you want something hot and sweet, something spicy, something special out of the oven on a Sunday morning, you can head on down to the same place, 1 Washington Square, and get yourself a delicious Good Morning Chubby. And let me tell you, you will not be disappointed. I love starting my Sunday mornings with a nice, hot, fresh out of the oven chubby because I don't even like eggs. I'm not an egg person, and I still eat this shit because it's delicious. So check them out on social media at GoodnightFatty and at GoodMorningChubby. And, if you head down there, like I said, let them know Pest Controller's saying. Get some good treats. I got cookies on the way right now because they deliver as well. So cookies are heading my way as we speak. Did you get cookies yet, Mike?
No, again, I think I mentioned it to you. I wouldn't want to get the
Snickers.
one of them, so I
Probably
think I would have to make the effort of going there myself and picking up the ones I want.
Probably the Snickers, right? You're not a Snickers person?
Yeah, whatever one had peanuts. One of them had peanuts in it.
The Snickers one. I am with you there. Snickers, get that shit out of here. Snickers are whack. Huh?
You don't like Snickers? Snickers are all right. I mean, it's not like my go-to, but I don't think they're bad.
Milky Way is the superior Snicker. They're like the same candy bar with no nuts.
Yeah, I think the nuts are better.
No.
I love nuts in my mouth, so it's probably one of my favorite things.
Todd loves nuts in his mouth. I love Chubbies in the morning. Where are we at? What do you love, Mike?
I'm not gonna go down this road.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. The PTC Movie Club for October is Todd's pick, and Todd has chosen Donnie Darko because, spoiler alert, he loves Jake Gyllenhaal. So from now on, you can just expect Todd's picks to be Jake Gyllenhaal movies. I don't know how many are left, but I think we're going to watch Jarhead next, or Jughead, whatever it's called. I think Jughead's from fucking a comic book and not the movie name. So is Jughead in fucking Archie?
Archie, yeah.
Pretend like he doesn't fucking love Archie.
I don't.
He's been watching Riverdale for the last 3
I
years.
don't think I have ever consumed any Archie media.
Cole Sprouse?
I think it's Cole Sprouse that plays Jughead.
Nah, I fucks with Dylan Sprouse.
I couldn't remember which one to act.
Dylan Sprouse is good at Smash. Yeah. I don't know. Well, actually, I have no idea. One of them plays Smash. Doesn't one of them play Smash, Mike?
I believe so.
One of them still acts, and one of them does like video game stuff. Yes.
Interesting. Fuck. All right, Dylan or Colin or whatever your name is, whichever one of you plays video games, come on the show.
One of them. It's definitely not Colin. whatever one it is that plays Smash, it's definitely not Colin.
Well, you know what? Listen, we could do both. We're multifaceted over here. We can have a video game episode. We can have a movie episode, acting episode. Come on in, the writer's room, the actor's lounge. You know, whatever you want to call it. We're here. We're here for you. The Sprouse twins. Are they from Massachusetts too? I feel like they are.
No, I think their show took place in Massachusetts.
Oh, that's right. I think you're right. What was the name of that show? The Sweet Life?
Sweet Life with Zach and Cody.
How come they're not in Smash? Oh, it's a Disney show? Not Smash.
Yeah.
Fucking Nicktoon All-Star Racing.
Yeah, Smash.
Yeah, we're all over the place.
Who... I don't know. I don't know. I guess I'm just confused sometimes. I can't, like... There's like the Nickelodeon live action people and the Disney live action people, and they all kind of just blend together. They're all just like... Impression? I then in my head was gonna say, well, which one is JoJo Siwa? But then I realized no, JoJo Siwa is in Nickelodeon Racing, so clearly Nickelodeon character.
Correct. She's also like current, where Sweet Life was on the air like 15 years ago.
I mean, who's to say? I have no idea.
I mean, weird to say. This is.
I mean, we're saying, yeah.
It's a verifiable
history is to say.
I knew that Sweet Life is an older show because I know my youngest brother and sister watched Disney television. I never watched Disney television in that way. Only Disney movies. I don't fuck with Disney Channel. I don't know. I just don't fuck with it.
Can we just do the whole next year of Zoog movies for our picks?
Oh shit, maybe that'll be my next year's pick.
What the fuck is a Zoog movie? What the fuck is that?
I don't know what it is either.
Well, I mean, I expect that.
Oh, you guys are about to be very disappointed for next year again.
Don't do that. Why are you doing this? No, I thought we were gonna do. Actually, I can't say it yet, but I thought we were gonna. I can't say it on the air, but I thought we were gonna do something specific for the movies next year. Maybe not.
Is that did you tell him, Mike?
I didn't tell anybody whenever we have a conversation, I probably immediately forget about it.
That's fair. Do you know what I'm talking about when I'm referencing what I'm talking about?
I don't know.
I remember now when you're saying it, but I did not.
I do not know what you're talking about.
Okay.
So yeah, PTC Movie Club for October is Todd's pick. He picked Donnie Darko. So time's running out. You want to watch Donnie Darko? Hear us talk about Donnie Darko. We'll talk about Donnie Darko the last episode of this month. So I believe you got 2 weeks left to watch, so you can be up to date
Say
when we do
Donnie
that
Darko
episode.
again.
Huh? Donnie Darko, the real Donnie Darko. That's a very specific joke for like only you three. Anyways,
No, we reference it while we stream too.
that's true. I mean, technically, I'm like Ronnie Duckets at this point, like just because I'm related to Donnie Duckets, so I'm like Ronnie Duckets, Ronnie Ruckets.
His less popular younger brother.
Yeah, I'm the Colin Sprouse of the bunch.
The one that doesn't exist.
Exactly.
He's the Jonas sister.
Ah, there we go.
I'm the Jonas that doesn't have a spin-off career. Doesn't one of them
You're
do
not-
like Dance by the Ocean? And the other one is like a solo a solo artist, and then the third one just is like I don't know what he does.
Yeah,
I
I
just
mean,
know
they're
one-
the
I
Jonas
just- I
Brothers
just-
again. So
I
Oh,
just know
they're
one's
back
married to
together?
Sophie Turner.
Wait, what'd you say, Todd?
I only know one of them's married to Sophie Turner, isn't it? Isn't that the Jonas
Correct.
Brothers? Yeah.
Yep. One of
That's the
them's
only one
married
that
to
I know. who it is.
Priyanka Chopra.
Oh yeah,
and,
that one too. Yeah.
And then Kevin,
Is
who is the one that we're referencing? That
Kevin, the
yeah,
other one.
yeah.
Is he the one who looks super Irish?
No,
yeah,
that's
Yeah,
Ed
that
Sheeran.
Yeah.
Brenden is the Hemsworth that's on Westworld.
Wait, there's a Hemsworth? I mean, actually, maybe I did know that. He doesn't look anything like the other two, right?
Doesn't look
No,
like
he does.
Brenden.
He does a little bit. You can tell.
No.
Does he
If you
make a
put
cameo in
Kristen
any of the Thor
Liam-
movies? Do either
Probably, I would-
either of the brothers make cameos
One of them played.
in the
Like,
One of
play,
them played
right?
one of the
Or-
actors in the
In
play.
the play, right? Yeah, I didn't know if they were both in that movie.
Yeah, if you put Chris and Liam next to each other, I'd be like, oh yeah, they're brothers. But then if you put the other one there, I'd be like, he might. I don't know.
His much older brother.
You'd be like, yeah, that's a Kevin. That's what you say. Yeah, that's the Colin Sprouse of that family.
Dude, it is not fun to be like this sibling that we're just trashing for no reason.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, all these people are fine and great and dandy, and we're just being stupid. Anyways,
Who's the third Baldwin brother?
Let's see. we got
Billy,
Alex?
Adam.
We got
Billy,
Alex,
Adam.
Oh wait,
Billy.
yeah, Steve and
Steven do it,
Dan, and Dan Baldwin, right?
Which one was the one that was on Firefly?
I don't know. I'm not up to date on my Baldwin brothers.
Hold on, I gotta look up Firefly.
While Mike's looking up Firefly, last bit of housekeeping before we roll into tonight's episode. We will be doing next week's episode. We will at least one of the next episodes coming out. I'm not sure when exactly it will drop, but we'll be doing a Metroid Dread / Metroid 35th anniversary episode with a cast of special guests. So we'll have a few some returning faces that you may know if you're a fan of the show, long-time listener, and some new faces to the show. So look forward to us next Saturday. We'll be chatting about Metroid. And that's that. Anyways, Mike, your answer for whatever you were looking up?
Adam Baldwin. Adam Baldwin was on Firefly.
Gotcha.
Is he related to the other Baldwins?
I don't think he's a brother. He's related to him probably, but
No.
Listen,
Yeah.
I this conversation is about the brothers that no one references, not about like cousins. Now that's a bridge too far.
Okay, you want to
To be fair, Justin Bieber is married to one of the Baldwin's daughters, and I just
got
looked it up,
married?
and I still don't remember which one it is.
Fair enough. That's how they get you.
So, is Justin Bieber a Baldwin now?
honorary?
Part of the Baldwin family?
No, he's Canadian.
So that excludes him from being a Baldwin?
I think they just puts him under the Drake umbrella. I think everyone in Canada is like, I don't know. I have no idea what we're talking about. We have a lot of Canadian listeners. I'm an idiot. Don't listen to me. I'm a moron. Anyways,
If you look up Adam Baldwin on Wikipedia, it says for the singer, see Adam Baldwin singer. For the actor with a similar name, see Alec Baldwin. So I guess I have a real problem with people looking up Alec Baldwin and ending up over here.
Oh boy.
My
Oh,
new favorite
dear.
thing is that I just clicked on Stephen Baldwin's Wikipedia page, and it says in 2004 he directed "Livin' It," a Christian-themed skateboarding DVD.
Yeah, he's like born again. He's been for a while.
I love that
Is
it's a
he?
DVD and
Was
not
he
a
the one that
movie.
was on? Yeah, no. It just says
He-
Christian-themed skateboarding DVD.
He's Biodome. He's
Was he the
Usual
one that was on
Suspects.
Celebrity Rehab?
I don't know. No, I don't think so. Maybe it was. I don't know. I don't remember that show.
Yeah.
I forgot that was even
One
on.
of them was.
I'm not quite sure. But that brings us to everyone's favorite news segment, Anna Mike Crossing, where we bring up an Animal Crossing character to Mike and see if he knows who that Animal Crossing character is and what that Animal Crossing character does, if they do anything. So with that being said, Mike, how are you feeling about tonight? I feel like you're on a steady pace to crush it.
Yeah, I hope this one's a Baldwin brother.
There might be an
Right.
Animal Crossing character called Baldwin. That's not who tonight's pick is. I also don't think that the conversation we had tonight would help you in that regard.
Oh no, we've established that we don't know who they are.
So
I think the conversation that we had tonight would prove that we wouldn't be able to name a Baldwin brother.
yeah, so not that'll be a future segment. We'll just do guess that Baldwin, and we'll see where we can get with that. Anyways, Mike, I'm gonna mention a little character here, named Celeste. What do you think Celeste is?
Mike, this is so easy. You've heard us talk about this so much.
No, I've heard you talk about Celeste, and you're always like, "Oh, do you guys have any like Stardust or Shine Sprites?" Or, I
Okay,
don't know.
all right, let's unpack that, Mike. It sounds like you're kind of on track for some things here. So,
So I know that Celeste, at the very least, either gives you or you give them star fragments or something. I don't know what the transaction is. Never really cared, but I couldn't tell you what kind of animal she is.
okay.
Probably some sort of space squirrel. Do they have squirrels in space?
I don't know if they have squirrels in space, but they do have
They
squirrels
must,
in.
because Sandy wears a
Yeah, she wears a space
Space
suit.
helmet.
That's true.
She wears a spacesuit, but that's so she can live underwater.
yeah, but
I don't know. I don't know how that relates to being.
Listen.
which Baldwin did she buy her spacesuit from?
Listen, she's broken in Smash, and her character's broken in the reality of that world. So you're on the right track, Celeste. You deal in star fragments. Mike, just based on what you know about other characters, what do you think happens when you give Celeste star fragments?
She goes, "Woo!" I don't know. She gives you like special items that you can only get from her because she's that guy.
But you're fucking getting there, Mike. You are correct. Yes, Celeste gives you special DIYs and furniture that you can only get from Celeste. So think about the name Celeste, Mike. Actually, that would help you with what she does and not necessarily with what she is. But kind of. So you see Celeste at night. She's dealing with stars.
She's a bat.
No. She is related. I'll give you another hint. She is related to another animal that is permanently on your island.
I'm still mad I never bought her amiibo. I'm kind of pissed.
Someone else that's permanently on my island. I don't know who else is on my island. Is she some sort of owl?
Bang. You got there, Mike. She's Blather's sister. I believe there's brother and sister. She's related to Blathers. Yes, they're brother and sister.
Blathers Baldwin and Celeste Baldwin.
Baldwin's brother.
You know who Blathers is. I can't use that pick, correct? Because you know who Blathers is?
I think he's in a museum.
Yes, he's the museum curator.
Do you have to give him something? Do you have to give him like little
Yeah.
robot carcasses?
Paintings, fucking
Yeah, you
bugs.
fill the museum up to him. You give him fossils, you give him fish that you catch, bug that you catch. So
Did they
Fake
announce?
paintings.
Did they announce that you
Mhm.
could get new? I didn't watch the whole Animal Crossing update, but did
hold
they
on.
announce?
You
that
didn't watch the whole Animal Crossing update, and you're over here talking shit on Twitter about the Animal Crossing update?
Yeah, I didn't watch like every last detail of it.
That sounds like Todd.
I mean, they finally fucking finished their game. Congratulations! All right, it's great.
Here we go. Yeah, I mean, we weren't going to talk about the Animal Crossing update in this tonight's episode, but I can quickly touch on it. I mean, they're adding so much shit, like, and they're adding a whole bunch of free DLC, and then they're adding a whole separate expansion that like gives you even way more content. So in the free content, there's going to be a bunch more NPCs that come. Katrina, who's the fortune teller. I believe you can go with Cap'n, who is also new to the game. He's from previous games. You can go with Cap'n to go to other islands, and I'm confusing what Harvey's Island is now and what Cap'n does. Harvey's Island has now expanded to the point where I believe all of the other NPCs that show up once in a while to sell you stuff, you can eventually get them to have stores there. So you can have like a place that has Sahara. Well,
Will
fuck,
that stop them
this
from
sucks.
going to your island?
I can't say because these will negate them from having future things with Mike. But yeah, all of the NPCs that show up once in a while to have certain items or sell certain things can be now permanent fixtures at Harv's Island. So I believe you can just go to Harv's Island and like shop around from these people. Captain's thing, I already forget what it is, but you go to other islands that can potentially have, like, if your current island is like in the summertime, if you're in like the northern hemisphere, and you have the chance of like going to an island that is in like the southern hemisphere, so you can catch different animals and like different types of things going on like that. I think there is something else that goes on with Cap'n, and I just can't remember now. But they're adding a lot more DIYs. You can cook now. They're adding tons more items. They're adding more customization options when it comes to the interior of your house. So you can like build up partition walls and like segment rooms if you wanted to make certain rooms like multiple use rooms. Like, oh, I don't want this room to be just like one big room that's a square. I want to like put up some partition walls. You can build countertops. You can put your furniture closer together so that like you can actually utilize more space and your character will just like squeeze through it. So like inside your house, you can put things like, you don't have to put like a full character space between like a table and a couch. You can just put it next to each other and sit down like you would in an actual house. The option to like hang things from the ceiling so you can get like new types of lamps and like flowers and stuff like that. You can change, like if you want to like have like an accent wall and like change how the interior of the walls look, you don't have to have everything be the same. You can like fuck around and like customize it more that way. There's like way more customization options for in your house, which is awesome. Bunch of new items, new DIYs, cooking. There's you can polish things in your house, and if you polish certain items and stuff, it'll like change some of the things that they do. So like you can polish, like a certain type of flower pot, and then like if you do that, it'll have like butterflies that are in your house like on the flowers and stuff, little things like that. Gyroids are back in the game, which is fucking huge, and I'm so excited those are back because I love those.
Yeah, I don't care about gyroids.
Yeah, because you're not a real Animal Crossing fan. That's why you don't care about gyroids.
Gonna make my island look ugly.
Gyroids?
Ha. Those goofy little things.
You definitely don't know what gyroids are if you're saying that.
Yeah, they're like those little like mushroom looking things that are like those things, right?
Yeah, they're like, I don't think they're mushroom. I mean, unless I don't know if they're canonically something else, but I always just thought they were fire hydrants.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that makes
But yeah, in the past games, like there were so many different gyroids to collect, and each one of them like makes different noises, and if you put them in your house, they'll communicate with each other and make music in your house, and it's like the fucking best thing in the world. And I love them so much because it's like I would always make my basement like a gyroid hangout, and you'd like go into my basement and it would just be like fucking cool fucking music because they'd be hanging out. And they also, if you have music playing somewhere, they will like add background their noises to that and like build upon the song. And you can also customize them, which you could never do before. So I'm super excited those are back. They added more photo options, so you can like take more different types of photos within the games and screenshots, which is pretty cool. I'm excited about that. And I don't know, they added a lot of stuff. I'm forgetting tons of things. There's way more like fruits and vegetables you can grow now, so you can have like make a farm. Like there's a lot of cool shit you can do. So I'm really looking forward to that. And then I think it's called Happy Paradise something, Happy Home Paradise or whatever. That's the
Yeah,
paid expansion. That is basically it's if you ever played Happy Home Designer on the 3DS, it's basically a version. It's sort of like that, like an expansion of that, where you go to these islands and you villagers will be like, hey, this is the type of vacation home I'm looking for, and you fucking build it for them, and you're just like designing homes for all these villagers and stuff. So you can just like go buck wild, like making cool vacation homes for different villagers and stuff, and you'll get rewarded with special items if you do this for long enough. And all of the things that you learn in that expansion, you can then do back on your island. So like if you unlock specific design options, you then have those on your island. And obviously Brewster. So Brewster is another character I probably can't say anything about because then I can't ever use it in a future one. But the coffee shop is getting added to the museum, which is cool. Just a lot of little things. The two things that are kind of whatever about it are it's the last major update coming to the game, which just means they're not going to have this next expansion ever of like, here's a bunch more things we're adding to the game. They'll definitely add little things from here and there. You know, they always do. But I wouldn't expect anything major. Obviously, they just said they're not going to do that. And then the other thing is the Paradise Designer is $25. Like, it's a paid expansion, which I don't mind spending the money because it seems like it's a lot of content. You also don't need to do that to get all of the other stuff. So it is what it is. But I'm excited. There's a lot of stuff they added to the game. I can't wait because I'm going to jump back in. I already moved my island over to my new Switch, so I'm ready to go as soon as November hits. Are you not feeling the update, Todd? You don't care?
I mean, I'll jump back in and play it, but I mean, we'll see how it goes. I'm gonna get it regardless. But
Yeah, I'm excited.
I still want to jump. I still want to jump into it now, but yeah, I don't know. I still haven't even decorated my house. Like, I have 445 hours on that game, and there's nothing in my house. All I've been doing is like outside and everything.
Oh, weird.
I've like never made it to my house to even decorate it. I just have all this shit in my fucking.
Well, you might as well wait to do that now because you're gonna have even more options now. That's the other thing. They added like storage lockers that you can have outside of your house, so you don't have to go into your house to do that. Like little things like that are great. I did see someone, I think it was Imran, tweeted something like, all these updates and you still can't like craft more than one thing at a time. Like, which is just, why did they not do? It seems like they listened to so much feedback about the game and like implemented all these things, and they just didn't do that one. And it's like, what are you doing? Like, that's such an easy fix, seemingly an easy fix. They also added a bunch of customization options for your house for the outside, which I'm excited about. Like, you can change the way your house looks. Oh, and another thing that's like even crazier that like I'm really excited about, because this was one of the reasons why I wanted to potentially kick Genji off my island, who was one of my first villagers, because your first two villagers never really get their house looking better. Like, it always looks like shit because they're your first villagers. But in the update, you can basically, if you do enough of the paradise planning stuff, villagers on your island can then you can then offer them, be like, hey, do you want me to like redecorate your home? And then you can like
you have to use like bells for it and everything.
I don't know how that works.
Like I feel like bells became obsolete. I would be good if you could
a lot of the stuff in here are definitely like, get ready to spend your Nook miles and spend your bells. Like, they definitely like do that. Oh, they also upped how many bridges and fucking
nice
ramps you can put.
That changed what I wanted to do. Like, I had this huge bridge that I was going to do across, but then I couldn't do it.
Yeah, so they're adding. I think it's going from 8 to 10, so you can do 10 of each on your island, which is huge. And they're adding like permanent ladders, so like you can put like little permanent ladders to go up cliffs and stuff in your island. So like you don't have to like carry around that stupid fucking ladder in your inventory.
You know, ramps everywhere.
Yeah. So I don't know, a lot of little things. I'm really excited. I kind of want to just like completely nuke my island and like redesign my whole island now. Not like start my game over. That's crazy talk. But just like kind of build my island from the ground up. So super excited about that. I know you can't wait to jump back into Animal Crossing, Mike. So
yep, it's gonna be so much fun because now I get that chair that looks like a frog or something.
Yep. Yeah, Froggy
Froggy
Chair.
Chair's there. They're also launching Series 5 amiibo cards, which are exciting for me. So, lots of stuff.
Catch them all.
Something like that. Lots of stuff. Lots of cool
Any
stuff.
new villages? Do they ever, or is it just like all the same villages?
I mean, there's new villagers and new horizons, but no, as far as I can tell, they didn't add new villagers through the expansion. I wish they added the ability to, like, ask your villagers to leave or something. Like, I wish that was an option.
Yeah, that'd be key.
But either way, I'm excited. Like, they added so much that I'm really excited to go back into the game. So hopefully it kind of sticks with me for a bit. So I'm excited for that. But with all that being said, before we jump into DC FanDome, because is it a 1 day thing? I don't even know if there's more than 1 day. I don't know if it normally is more than 1 day.
I don't know. I feel like they got through pretty much anything people care about today.
Okay.
Yeah, today was the day. It probably started
It is
yesterday, but
4 hours today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yikes. So before we get into DC FanDome stuff, is there anything anyone's playing they want to chat about? I know Todd and I and Mike a little bit have been playing Back for Blood. If you guys want to talk about that at all.
it's pretty much all I played. Any free time. Yeah, I feel like we start like right away at like 8, and by the time we're done, it's like midnight. I'm like, holy shit, I haven't done this in a while.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Like, it's
I
definitely
didn't
not
like
a perfect
it that much
game.
from the demo. I actually really enjoy it now, though. I like it way more than that.
I told
when
you,
tried out the demo.
it's like playing with friends. Like, you gotta
Yeah.
I have zero interest in turn. Like, I want to play it, but like if no one's on, like when you got
I'll
off,
play something.
like when you got off last night, Todd, I said to Cam, I was like, I'll stick on for a little bit longer if we can get a fourth. Like, I don't want to play with bots. Like, I don't want to. I want to play with 4
definitely,
people. But yeah, I'm enjoying it for the most part. That level that we were stuck on though was really fucking annoying.
Oh god, I forgot we did that for like 2 hours
I
last
know
night.
the game can be very difficult at times. How are you feeling about it, Mike? This is not normally your cup of tea.
Yeah, it's whatever. I don't like. If you guys never asked to play again, I wouldn't even think about it.
I like the
Okay.
card progression and everything too.
Yeah, I like some of the deck building aspects of it. Is it just because you have no interest in this game, Mike, or like are you having fun playing with the gang, or
He said it scared him last night. That's why he was having a hard time playing it.
Yeah, that's too scary. I don't know. I've, I think historically never really cared for any sort of shooter game. Fortnite's fine just because like we're not.
because you
Like,
can dance to Dua Lipa?
I can dance to Dua Lipa. I think that's the real game changer. And then
And he's playing as Ariana Grande, so
I'm playing as Ariana Grande.
if they add an
Sure.
Ariana Grande skin to Back for Blood, he'll probably be in.
Yeah, I'll level her up. I'll get all the cards. I'd make like a good deck. I would put so much effort into the game. But other than that, it's fine. Story like I think there is a story going on.
Yeah, there's definitely a story. Todd
like
doesn't
a
know because
story
Todd
going
skips the
on.
cutscenes every time.
I
Todd
know
puts
every single
cutscenes,
time.
and then whenever we're playing, if I have the cutscene playing, even though I've got like the closed caption turned on, I'm not paying attention to the closed captioning. I'm not hearing them talk because everyone else is talking. So I don't
Right.
know what's going on.
Fair
I
enough.
don't care. I don't care if there is anything that good going on. To be honest with you, it seems pretty generic to me.
Yeah, I mean, I can't imagine that the story in the game is like anything too
I can't imagine
special.
it's like super compelling, but
Yeah.
I would say that it is possible that if I were invested in the story, had I known what the story is, I might like care more about playing the game.
Yeah, I think I'm trying to think now. The cutscenes I feel like are a little action heavy, and like the storytelling might more be so like. I feel like there are points in certain levels where like someone's talking over a radio or like something is playing, and
Yeah.
like that's kind of where maybe the story is being pushed a little bit harder. But
I mean, yeah, that's probably true. I still haven't really listened or
Yeah.
heard what they're saying, so again, I don't know what the story is.
yeah, I mean, for a game like this, I honestly personally don't care what the story is because I'm not playing this game for story. I mean, I don't play most games for story if I'm being honest. Like that's just my personal preference. I would rather play something that is fun than play something that it has a compelling story. That's just my personal.
Yeah, like this.
Preference.
I went into this game just knowing how I wanted to play it just like I played Left 4 Dead. You know, like I
Yeah.
don't care about a story.
Yeah, we're just running around with your friends, shooting fucking not
I will
zombies
say though,
ridden.
I'm loving Far Cry 6. What I've played of it so far, and I'm loving the story. I like everything about it.
Yeah, you hate change.
As far as
You like the same game over and
as
over
far
again.
as it doesn't feel like it though. I don't know. Maybe I just do. I feel like I play every Far Cry game the same. I get a silenced pistol and a bow and arrow. I don't alert any guards, and I shut off the alarms right away with like the silencer pistol. I mean, the silenced like sniper rifle, and then I just go in and kill everyone.
Can you fucking play Back for Blood that way? Because last night you were shooting fucking pockets of
The
crows
birds.
everywhere, like letting off fucking alarm doors, blowing up cars. I'm like, Todd, what are we doing here? We're never gonna beat this level.
Honestly, every time I did that too was by accident while I was trying to get headshots on
You're
zombies.
such a fucking liar. He's such a liar.
I swear to God. I swear to God.
There's like swarms of crows, and if you fucking alert them...
that part I just don't know. That's why. So I did not mean to do that.
No, there was one. We were stuck on this level for so fucking long. It was like the hardest level of the first act. And if you alert these crows, they make a bunch of noise, and the zombies rush to you because they're just like, they're going towards the noise. There was there's every time you start a level, there's like event cards that can get played by the game that you can't control. And one of the event cards that got played was like extra swarms of crows would spawn. So we had to be extra careful to not fucking alert them. We jump out of this house that was a pain in the ass. We get into this like little gas station area, and Cam's like, there's crows to the left. So we're all fucking like, go be careful. We're all like sneaking around to the left, and Todd just fucking walks into them. First crows go off. Then he fucking walks into another batch of crows right after that. And then after the horde's finally done and we're moving forward, he fucking shoots down the straightaway and just shoots into the crows. I don't care if you didn't mean to do it on purpose or not, but like it seemed like you meant to do it on purpose.
Did I shoot the car by mistake that time too? Because
that was the same run. That was the same run. Yeah, you shot the car.
I forgot you couldn't shoot cars though. To be honest.
Yeah, you were having a fucking. That might have been the one that we won too, of all the runs on that
the
map.
one we won was like the sloppiest run too. It made no sense
until the end. We were firing at the end. It was potentially going to get dicey because I had zero ammo completely. I had no ammo at all, and I was like, I picked up a propane tank and I was like, Kim, I'm gonna run up here and just shoot this as soon as I throw it. I'm gonna run through and like just distract the zombies. And there happened to be an SMG in the corner over there. So I grabbed that, and then we were good to go. But I'm so happy we got past that level. I was like at my wit's end with that level. It was just a fucking nightmare. I think you'd fucking love this game, Dom. You gotta fucking hop on when we play.
Yeah, I think.
Mike, did you Dougie on the zombies?
I tried.
It's pretty. It's like you can just shut off your brain and play this game too. You're literally just like non-stop shooting your guns.
Maybe turn on your brain just a tad. Don't be like Todd and run into 7 batches of crows.
Throw pipe bombs, Molotovs.
Yeah, no, it is a fun time. It's pretty good. So I'm enjoying that. Anyone else playing anything besides the normal stuff? I've been playing Metroid Dread, but I'll save that for next week.
Same. I'm just trying to I want to get through it in the next couple of days.
Yeah, I will say I am very, very much so enjoying Metroid Dread. I'm still only a couple hours in, and the game's not that long. But it is definitely, at least where it stands right now, will easily be in my top 10 games of the year. Probably my top 5, to be honest. It's very good. So we'll see if that breaks the top 3 by the end of the game. I'm very curious to see how the end is, because I keep seeing every time I see someone I know much. Every time I see someone I follow. Every time I see someone like today, or I don't know, it's like I think I saw Grayson post it today or yesterday or something. But like every time I see someone post that they beat it, like their reaction is just like, "Holy shit, that ending!" And I'm like, "How is the ending of a Metroid game that good? Like, what is going on?"
That's what I'm saying. And I'm like, I'm shocked that I haven't got it spoiled for me yet, because I've seen probably about like 100 posts of people online just being like, holy shit, that ending. And I'm like, fuck, I want to look it up, because some parts of me doesn't think I'm ever going to get through the ending, because I know I'm going to struggle.
Apparently the last boss fight is very difficult. So
yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited. I'm going to try to have it finished by when we record the Metroid episode, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Which brings us to final topic for the evening, which is the DC FanDome was today, and I got caught up before we were recording, so I watched a bunch of the trailers and announcements and stuff like that. But Mike, you were kind of dialed into DC FanDome today. You're our feet on the street with the hot fucking tips on what's going on in DC FanDome, Mike.
Yeah, they didn't really show anything.
Mike, did you watch all 4 hours?
I know I had it on all 4 hours, but I also know that at some point I definitely fell asleep.
Took a little nappy
and I
nap.
woke up and I was like, what happened?
Yeah, I mean DC stuff will do that too because it's fucking boring and sucks, and it's not as good as most of the stuff out there. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. Do you want someone to go to bat for DC right now?
I don't fucking know. Weird aside, not really thing, but I don't know if anyone else watched last week's episode of SNL.
Was it Kim Kardashian that hosted?
Yeah. There was this.
I think I watched like 2 sketches.
Did you watch the Bachelor sketch by chance?
Yes.
Okay. So maybe then you can enlighten me on why the guy from The Boys was on that sketch. I mean, there were a lot of people on that sketch. I'm very confused as to why they were all there.
Which guy from The Boys was on that?
Which guy from The Boys was there?
The fish guy.
The sub, yeah.
Oh.
He's apparently on Gossip Girl. He mentioned a different show that he was on while he was up there.
The water guy.
Yeah.
They should know the actor's name. They should know who it is.
I don't know the actor's name.
Oh,
No,
well, you should.
he's like-
You know who it is, though, right?
Yeah.
I don't remember seeing him there. That was the one with John Cena was there.
Yes, Blake
and
Griffin, Chris Rock.
He was like
Blake
one of the
Griffin,
first.
Chris
yeah, he
Rock.
was one of like the first couple people that she gave a token to, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I'm confused as to why some of those people were there. I don't know if there's like a reason for that. And again, my brain went here because we started talking about DC, and I was like, oh, not DC, but sort of comic booky related. I don't know if The Boys was a comic book first. I'm assuming it was.
It was.
Yeah. So yeah, that guy was there. I was very confused.
You know who he reminds me of? He reminds me of Boone from Lost, like an older version of.
Yeah, kind of. He kind of does. Yeah.
That's all I think of when I see him.
There was another dude there that I feel like is super familiar, but I couldn't tell you one thing that he's from.
Oh, it's John Cena. He's from. He was big in WWE. He's he's going to be in the new Peacemaker show on.
Oh, I didn't see
on
him.
HBO Max.
I didn't see him.
I didn't remember him.
I didn't see him.
Good one.
I get the joke. Don't worry.
I didn't see him.
We got it the first 4, 5, 6 times you said it.
Anyways, and then Kyle Mooney. There might have been one other person.
Well, I mean, yeah, Kyle, who works on SNL, so that makes sense.
Yeah, no, I know
Chris
that
Rock
part.
was there.
Chris Rock was there. I said that, yeah. But I guess I just don't know why some of those people were there. Like, why was John Cena there? Why, like Blake Griffin? I don't know why he was there. I think Jen said that he dated one of the sisters at some point, so maybe that's why he was there. I don't fucking know. I don't think she dated Kim.
I think they were just getting good-looking men that just happened to be in the area.
Is Blake Griffin on the Nets?
Uh,
I mean, so I guess he's in New York. I don't know if he lives in New York, but I'm assuming he's there. Chris Rock. I mean, he's just.
I mean, they're
SNL
in season
alone.
right now, so.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, we don't have to elaborate or get to the bottom of this. I made that aside in my fucking brain when we talked about
His
this.
name is Chase Crawford, by the way. I looked it up.
You know, I thought his name was Chase, but I thought I was thinking about like a
Chase
fictional character.
Chase from House.
Well, that Chase too, but I feel like there was another person, like another character named Chase that was in comic books.
Yeah. They when she calls him up too, she does be like, "Oh, you're Chase Crawford from Gossip Girl," and all of them have like one or two things they say before they walk away. And I think his thing was like, "Oh, I'm on a show like called The Boys and stuff too," and then he walked away or something like that. I don't know. I just thought it was funny.
Yeah. Was it John Cena that was married?
Yes, which he is married.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's married anymore.
Oh, they got divorced?
He was married. Yeah, he was married to one of the Bella sisters, but I'm pretty sure they're not together.
No, so this is the same thing I did with Jen, because Jen used to watch that show.
Oh, he's married to
They-
Shay Sharad's. Yeah.
They were engaged. He was engaged to the Bella sister for a long time.
The
Yep.
Bella
they-
sister? What is that?
She's a wrestler too, I think.
Correct.
And I don't know if it was the getting married part or getting kids part. Regardless, it seemed like, or no, they were together for a long time, and I think she wanted to get married, and he didn't want to get married, and then he proposed to her, and I think at that point she was like, "No, you're like you don't actually want to marry me. I'm wasting my time," or whatever. I don't know. And I think they split up, and then he got married to whoever you just said. Anyways, DC FanDome, Mike, what do we got?
Got a bunch of flies over here. Yeah, 4 hours of things happening. They showed.
We got a teaser trailer for Peacemaker featuring John Cena.
That's true. Did get that.
Is his character in that movie like spin-off worthy? Like, is it a significant
Yes,
character?
definitely.
Yes.
He's one
Is
of the
he-
best characters in the
Is
movie.
he good at that role too? Is he
Yeah.
good?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
He plays Peacemaker very well. Yeah.
The whole movie was really good too.
Jen just texted me and said they got engaged. If you're talking about John Cena, so whatever that means.
John Cena.
So yeah, you got that.
Also WWE. The Rock. They showed a teaser trailer for Black Adam.
Black Adam.
Correct.
Yeah.
It's all together. All of this is linked. It's all part of the
I'm
fucking
gonna keep
metaverse.
tying them. I'm gonna keep tying them all together.
I don't know how else you're gonna tie
Yeah,
this going forward, but
Yeah, I don't know. If he's
I'll
gonna
be
do it for
impressed.
one-
They also showed a teaser trailer for Fury of the Gods, Shazam 2, but
So,
I missed that.
Yeah,
I didn't see
missed
that.
Like I literally watched it while we were sitting here talking. I saw an article about it. I'm like,
Yep.
this happened during the period of time that I had fallen asleep, because unless they did it after Batman, because the Batman trailer was what I thought was the last thing they showed, and I turned it off after that, and they made it sound like it was over. So I was like, all right, I'm out. But they did show Tease of the Gods, yes, Fury of the Gods rather.
okay.
Mike also just mentioned that they showed a teaser for the Batman. Actually, I guess it was a trailer for the
Oh,
Batman.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
like
it was
3
like-
minutes long or something. So how are we feeling about that? Because I have some thoughts, but how are you guys feeling about that?
I was already sold on. That's probably my most anticipated movie.
I still can't believe it's fucking Colin Farrell.
I know. That's
Yeah,
what I said,
right?
too.
It's crazy.
fucking great. It's great though. I love him because I think he's a good actor.
He's
so.
the Penguin.
Yeah, I think he's gonna be
Yeah,
a
he's
good
the Penguin,
Penguin.
Yeah, absolutely. They're doing Penguin like more gangster style. Like
Who is
Yeah,
playing the Riddler?
it's Paul Dano,
Paul-
which I'm wicked excited about too.
I don't
He's
know.
the kid in There Will Be Blood.
Oh, I don't know. who
He's
that
in a
is.
bunch
He
of
was the
stuff.
kid. He was the kid in Prisoners, right?
Yes. Oh yeah, the kid that gets the ship. I forget his name. The one that they like.
The one that they
one-
think is the one that's taking the kids.
Yes. Yeah.
Interesting. I don't know. He looks kind of fucked up in that movie, so I don't know if I could see his face in my head right now. But
He was in. He was in There Will Be Blood, right?
Yep.
And was he in Little Miss Sunshine?
Little Miss Sunshine. Yep.
Yeah.
never seen it. That's the Steve Carell movie.
Yes.
Never seen it. Yeah, I don't know. The Batman movie, like, I'm excited for. Why can't I think of her name? Mike.
Zoe Kravitz?
So-
Yeah, Zoe Kravitz. I think is gonna be really good in that movie. She was great. Jen made me watch High Fidelity. They did like a high fidelity show
The
on
TV
Hulu.
show?
Yeah, it's pretty good. She's good in that. But yeah, I mean, I'm excited for some parts of the movie. Todd and I were talking about this earlier before we started recording the show, but before you guys got in, I don't know why they do this thing with seemingly all of the Batman actors. They make them talk like fucking idiots. Like they just like I don't need to hear like this like fake gritty voice that you're trying to. I don't know. It's like always jarring to me. Like it's just every time Robert Pattinson talked to them in the trailer, I was like, I don't know about that.
I'm not wearing hockey pads.
I don't know what you're talking about unless you're talking about their Batman voice, and that's just
Yeah, I think
them
he's talking
trying
about
to
them.
conceal their voice. 'Cause
Yeah, no, I know.
that literally the mask is all that's separating them from being just a person.
I know.
They don't have superpowers.
I know. I guess I just wish that they would do something else about that. Because it just doesn't sound good most of the time. I didn't.
I mean,
hate-
that's-
One of the Batman use like
Ben
an
Affleck.
actual voice modulator. Oh
Yeah,
it's
Ben
Yeah,
Affleck
he
did,
had
yeah.
the voice modulator.
Yeah, why don't they just do that?
Dude.
I don't know.
I don't know. Does that make it better for you if they use a voice modulator?
If
I mean,
it sounds good, yeah. I don't know. I've actually never watched any of the movies where Ben Affleck's Batman, so I have no idea how it sounds, if it's good or not. But
What Batmans have you
I'm
watched?
Batman.
listen,
Real quick, because he's shitting on gritty Batman voices. Which Batmans have you watched?
the Nolan trilogy. Oh no, I have
Okay.
seen Ben
So you
Affleck.
watched
I have seen Ben Affleck because you made me watch fucking
Justice League.
Justice League, that shitty fucking
Yeah.
movie. That movie fucking sucks.
I mean, that movie wasn't good.
It was
Yeah.
bad. I mean, when I was younger, I've definitely seen Clooney and Keaton. I could not tell you what they sound like. They probably don't even do gritty fake Batman voices. They probably just fucking giggle
they have
around
Batman
and
voices.
fucking, here's the Bat card, fucking swipe it. Like, I don't know.
I guess George Clooney didn't really have a Batman voice.
Yeah.
No,
I
George
can't
Clooney.
remember.
Keaton did.
I guess when it comes to like the Nolan trilogy, there are points where I'm just like, fucking stop talking like this. So not the whole movie though. I don't know. I guess you can't. Maybe you can't win either way. I'm just nitpicking something stupid anyway.
The Nolan trilogy didn't age well for me, minus like The Dark Knight, but I think that's carried by Heath Ledger's performance.
Yeah, I mean,
But I don't know.
I don't think I was. It's impossible for me to know now, but I don't think I remember being particularly like blown away by Dark Knight Rises when I left that movie. Or
I mean,
is
they did the best- they
that's
did
what
the
the third
best-
one is called, right?
That
Dark
one-
Knight Rises.
That
Yeah.
one
They did the
was
best,
admittedly
like-
weak.
I think they did
I enjoyed it still.
Yeah, I still
I think
liked
they
it.
did
I
the
just
best
don't think
with-
like when I left Dark Knight, I was fucking like, whoa.
Yeah,
When I left Dark Knight
bottom of the
Rises,
floor
I was
kind
kind
of
of like, meh, all right. Fly this fucking plane into the fucking bomb or whatever you did. I don't even know.
Crashing this plane.
That's what I was
Yeah, the Bane voice
I'm
is another
unsure
one.
if he was referencing the end of the film where he like takes the bomb on a helicopter.
Yes. Yeah, whatever it was.
Yep.
And you don't know if he dies or not. Isn't that what happens?
Yes.
Until
I
you
mean, we
know
do
for certain
we do
he's
know that he
dead.
doesn't die. But
'Cause
Who's to say?
Michael Caine sees him
Who's to say?
eating food at that place, which was, really convenient. Which
Michael Caine's
Uh,
retired, okay? And now he's not
he's
retired.
not
retired.
retired. He's not retired.
I know.
I know, I
He
saw
tweeted.
that
He
tweet.
tweeted today. He was like, "I'm not retired."
yeah, because Christopher Nolan said, "No, I'm not done with you yet."
Right.
But that reminds me that I forgot that show Pennyworth
Oh
existed.
yeah, that's still in the air.
But that's still in the air. They're doing a season 3 and they're moving it to HBO Max.
All right. Let me take the venom out of my mouth. Let me look at that. We went from Bane to Eddie Brock. They're the same actor, right? Are they both Tom Hardy? I don't even fucking know. Does Tom
They
Hardy
are,
play
and I thought
Bane?
you're gonna.
No.
Yes.
That's. Oh wait, yeah. I'm sorry. Yes.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. I honestly thought he was gonna go for the fact that canonically in the Batman universe, the formula that Bane uses to get super buff is called Venom.
Venom.
Mike, I don't know shit about DC. I'm gonna make that poll. I'm gonna make that. Do they reference that in Dark Knight Rises?
No, I
Oh.
thought you were just gonna surprise me. I thought you did your
They did
homework.
reference it in Batman and Robin.
They did.
Is that the Clooney one?
No.
No, that's a Val Kilmer one, I
Bat-
think. Yeah. Is it?
Oh,
Batman-
I've seen the
And Robin is
I've seen the
no,
Val
Batman
Kilmer
and
ones,
Robin
though.
is Clooney.
Is it Clooney?
Oh yeah, Batman Forever is the one.
Batman Forever is coming.
Oh, yeah. Is Batman and Robin the last one that they did for a while?
Yeah.
Didn't you? Yeah. Okay.
The way I remember it now is that it would make more sense for the fourth movie to be called Batman Forever, but it's not. That's how I remember.
I haven't seen any of the old Batman movies in a long time. If any of those have an anniversary in the next year or so, we should definitely rewatch. I don't know, one of those one of those different bats. I don't know. Are they all trilogies? I have no fucking idea.
There's no.
How many Clooney movies are there?
Just one.
One.
How many Kilmer
One.
movies are there?
One.
How many Keaton movies are there?
Two.
Bro, there's too many Batmen. There's too many Batmen.
Did you watch Brenden try to do math in his head just now? He's like, 1 + 1.
The last
Two?
Batman
What?
movie, though, the last like official Batman solo movie was Rises, and that was 9 years ago, almost 10.
Wait, Ben Affleck didn't get his own Batman movie?
No, he was supposed to. He was
No.
supposed to direct it and
He was
everything.
supposed to direct his own movie, yeah.
Yeah, which would have been awesome because I think he's a really good director.
Do you think that
But then he
they'll?
dropped all of his Dunkin' Donuts and he's like, "Forget it, I'm not doing this shit anymore."
Yeah, but now he's got his Venom back because he's got J-Lo.
Jenny from the Block. Yeah.
So now he's got his mojo back, baby. So Ben Affleck's actually gonna reboot Austin Powers because he's got his mojo back.
No, he's gonna give us Geely 2 this time. We're serious.
Anyways, I don't know. We've gone off the fucking rails. DC FanDome, Batman movie. We're all high on it. We're all feeling it.
Yep.
I was high on the last trailer they put out like half a year ago or whatever. I was sold on that when he's beating the shit out of the guy. He just keeps on punching him. I'm like,
Yeah.
Yep. Perfect.
We'll see. I mean, I think
This looks like it solves my biggest issue with the Nolan stuff is the fight choreography was just stupid in Nolan. It was lack of, or there wasn't there was like no really fighting in the Nolan movies. I thought they did really well with Ben Affleck in was it Batman vs Superman?
Yes, the
The
fight
first
scene
one?
at the
Yeah,
the
it was
warehouse
awesome.
or whatever.
Yeah, that's the shit I want to see, and it looks like that's what they're doing in this one too, along with like a good story. So
yeah.
I not always, but I felt as though the Nolan trilogy didn't really lean into the detective aspects.
yeah, agreed. This
Batman?
is definitely
Like there was a few parts where like he would use some tech, like when you like reconstructed a bullet or whatever to figure out something about it. He like got a fingerprint. That
He
was
got a
cool.
fingerprint off it.
But they never really did much with that. I think this movie might lean
no.
more
It
into
sounds
that,
like definitely what they're going with.
Well, no,
because
also-
was like leaving clues and shit.
Also in Dark Knight, he like figured out where the shooter was coming from. He went up to he like surveyed
yeah.
the street and like went
Oh
up to
yeah.
the,
No.
Yeah. So there were
There was
instances
only
you
like
can do.
small aspects of
Yeah. I mean, honestly, with enough prep time, Batman can defeat anybody. So I'm not surprised.
Next year's the 30th anniversary of Returns, by the way.
There we go. Lock it in. Which one's Returns? That's
Danny DeVito.
The second Keaton.
we've been doing this all by Batman, and Todd's like Danny DeVito.
I mean, he's right.
He's not wrong. Yeah.
Paul Rubens.
yeah, right.
Rubens is there.
I what I'll say about, I mean, I don't again, when it comes to DC, I'm on the outskirts here. I'm just kind of like, I'll pick and choose what I watch. I'm not invested that much. If you guys say something's good, I'll maybe check it out, or I'll say I will, like Man of Steel, and never watch it. So kind of is what it is. It's a mixed bag. But I don't know. Again, I don't know if this is what they are actually doing or not. But they have their like fucking team up universe, DC universe, cinematic universe bullshit. But this Batman movie is its own thing, separate from all that.
That's what they said.
So like,
They're just doing what they want.
yeah, I think the path forward for them is just make good movies and don't necessarily worry about continuity or universe building.
There's
I
so
think
much
they figured out how they're going to get around the continuity thing, and that is the Flash.
Yeah.
So you think they're going to use Flash to basically just be like, we can now do whatever we want and nothing needs
We
to
got
make
a Flash.
sense?
We got a Flash teaser as well.
We did.
looked
And the
really
Flash
good
teaser
too.
showed
Yeah.
us two versions of Ezra Miller's Flash.
Yes, right. Exactly.
And also Keaton and Affleck are supposed to be Batman in that movie. I don't think they show them, but that's what the thing I read said.
At least Keaton.
Affleck is too. Affleck said that was like the most fun he had
Is he?
playing Batman. Yeah, like
Okay.
in that movie. But yeah, no. And Michael Keaton's the voice that's like narrating that trailer. They
Interesting.
like subtly do it.
I'd have
So-
to go back and actually listen to it.
I think he's right. That's what I read at least. I mean, they can do both. I mean, especially if they have the Flash to be that kind of like, if we feel like making something linked together, here we go. But I think that's what made the Nolan trilogy so good. It was just like, hey, we're gonna make these movies and make the movies and not worry about having to tie it all to these other things. I think this is where they could maybe fuck up the Joker if they really do decide to make Joker part of the Pattinson universe.
They have like so much source material to go by. Like they could do Hush. And then they say it was like a 4-movie thing they did, or maybe it was 3. I can't remember what they said for this new one. But
So Robert Pattinson's already signed on to do multiple Batman movies.
I believe so. Yeah, and this one's it's year 2, so it's basically the start. And like I said, they picked a young actor who's been pretty successful recently, and I'm sure this is going to go on for a while as long as they get ideas. But I'm sure there's so much source material that hasn't been used. So we'll
Yeah,
see.
I don't know. It looks
I
good.
don't
So
even know if
much
they're going to
source
get built
material
yet.
like Court of Owls.
Yeah, exactly.
Is that your
Which brings us to
pull
our next. Which brings us to our next thing.
I'm kind of mad that they're doing that in the game and not the movie. I would have liked the sequel to be like Court of Owls or something, but
I mean, they still could.
yeah.
I don't know. Arkham
forgot
Knights looks fun.
it looks fun. I forgot how old, new. I don't know. They'd mentioned when the Court of Owls was first, introduced in the comics, which was like 2016, maybe.
It was when I
tell.
started buying comics. It was that I
It was-
have the variant comic of the Court of Owls, the very first issue, first print of that, and I got it signed by fucking Scott Snyder.
Yeah, it's old enough, or it's recent enough, but also when I think, oh, that's 7 years ago or X amount of time, it's kind of crazy to me. But yes, we're getting Gotham Knights. They showed another Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League trailer.
So the thing with these 2 trailers is, I was
There's
already
no gameplay.
yeah, I was already sold on Gotham Knights because like it looks really fun to me, and it looks like a continuation of the Arkham style of games, even though it's not made by Rocksteady. It's made by Warner Brothers Montreal, I believe.
They made one of the Arkham games, though,
Yes.
so it's fine.
Yeah.
Like
So-
they kind of
yeah.
have an idea.
Yeah.
They did Origins, I think.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for that. I think it looks good. I mean, I don't need to see more of the story, I guess, because like again, I don't know anything about the Court of Owls. That doesn't mean anything to me. I know some people are really excited for that. Like I've seen people on Twitter losing their mind that like, it's the Court of Owls, and they've been like kind of. A lot of people have been theorizing that it's the Court of Owls for a long time. So, I'm excited for the people that are pumped for that. But for me, I'm just looking forward to a fun Batman game, and I hope this is that. So that's exciting. I'm looking forward to that. The Justice League game, again, the first trailer tease that we got a year or 2 ago, whenever that was, it was very quick, and it was just a cinematic. And granted, this was sort of still just like non-gameplay stuff they were showing. It was at least more interactions between the characters and like more dialogue and stuff, so you kind of can get a feel for the tone of the game, I guess. Whereas like the first thing they showed really didn't tell me anything about the game, and I'm just like, I don't know how I basically can't have any opinion on this yet because I need to see how this game looks as a game to care about it.
I don't. For me, Rocksteady are kind of like Arcane. They haven't made like a really like I put Rocksteady a little higher just because I love the Batman series games, but just based off of like what they've built with the Arkham games and like how those games play so well, I feel like this is just going to be like a rebirth of that whole style, with just like more like being able to use more characters and like more move sets. But I'm pumped for it.
Yeah.
I have very high faith in Rocksteady.
Yeah, I agree with you. I have faith in Rocksteady. I like as a game, I have to. If I cared about the Suicide Squad, I think I could then be more excited for it. But like, I just don't care about the Suicide Squad in any particular way. So like, the idea of Rocksteady making a new Batman universe game is exciting to me. The fact that they're using the Suicide Squad isn't necessarily an additional or lesser factor in that. It's just I want to see what the game is, knowing that it's not
This
seemingly
game's been
not
in
like an
development
Arkham
for like
game.
a long time.
Yeah.
It's been like a very long time. It's been at least 6 years or more.
But I think all 4 of us have played all the Arkham games, or at least most of them.
The
I
Arkham
didn't play
Asylum is
Origins, I
probably
don't think.
Yeah.
I honestly, it wasn't as good, but Arkham Asylum
Yeah,
is probably in my top 5 favorite games of all time.
Yeah, the
That
Arkham.
game is
Yeah,
fucking-
the Arkham games are good. So like, how are you two feeling about these 2 trailers for these games?
But I think I need to see more gameplay,
Mm-hmm.
but I think unless it was like drastically something I didn't care about, like in terms of like if it turns out they were both like RTSs or something weird like that, I would get the game regardless. Just based off of IP and the studios behind it alone.
Mhm.
So I'm in.
What about you,
I
Dom?
want
Yeah, I'm excited for both.
Xbox to buy Rocksteady. I just want them to buy it so bad. Have their. They said there was like a rumor going around that Xbox has like another possible acquisition that could be like mind blowing to some people. I'm very curious as to
Maybe. Yeah. I don't know.
have their side of the things as far as games go with superheroes, where Sony has all their games.
Yeah, I mean, even if Microsoft did that though, like they wouldn't necessarily have like. There's nothing. There's no like business deal that Sony has where like Microsoft couldn't also approach Disney and be like, hey, we want to make a, you know, make a Guardians game, whatever, for lack of a better, make a Hulk game. We want to make a Hulk game. Like, there's no, like Sony doesn't have exclusive for every Marvel character. You know what I mean? They just are working out licensing deals and making games they think are going to sell well and whatnot. So it just makes me think like, I don't think Microsoft is going to go to Disney and say, hey, can we have a licensing deal for a Spider-Man game? We're going to make a Spider-Man game. I think that would just be stupid. I think they'd be dumb to do that. Disney would probably still be like, hey, sure, yeah, give us the money. But I don't think Microsoft is dumb enough to be like, hey, we're going to try to compete directly with that Spider-Man game. So, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe in those licensing deals, there's like a no compete. Like, hey, for X amount of time, no one else can make a standalone Spider-Man game. Maybe that is part of the deal. Who the fuck knows? But anyways, any other like major things from DC FanDome anyone cares to talk about? I know there was like, I'm sure trailers for TV shows. I don't know if anyone particularly cares about any of that stuff.
Yeah, they showed some stuff for, let's see, Legends of Tomorrow, the Superman show. I think they showed something for the last season of Supergirl. There's a new show
Batgirl?
called, yeah, they showed Batgirl. There's a new show called Naomi, which I don't know much about. They're doing, I think we already knew about the live action Static Shock movie, but there was something else that they're doing too. There was a bunch of stuff that happened with Milestone that was actually kind of interesting that I'm completely blanking on at this point.
Mm-hmm. There's also apparently Batman the Caped Crusader, which is a HBO Max animated show by J.J. Abrams.
Yes. J.J. Abrams and Bruce Timm is involved.
And
There's
Matt
a bunch
Reeves.
of people like involved in Matt Reeves. There's a bunch of people involved in that one that should be interesting.
Which one's the one that Michael Caine's in?
I don't know.
I thought they announced something that Michael Caine was coming back for.
We also have another. So we mentioned The Rock earlier. There's another DC property that The Rock's going to be in, as well as Kevin Hart.
Oh yeah, the dogs one.
Yeah.
Oh no, okay. So there's another one after that. We talk about that one. The one with
the cars. Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna have to talk about that one because I still haven't watched the trailer.
Wait, there's a DC Cars show.
There's a Batman like Hot Wheels thing. I don't know.
Ooh.
But they were talking about it, and at the very end, it was very much as if the Batmobile was in the movie Cars. He had a face. I think it winked at me.
It is. So the thing that I read said it is their attempt to reach the preschool audience. So they are Batman characters, but as cars.
Interesting. I'll have to watch the trailer.
Todd walked away. When Todd comes back, I'll tell him about the Teen Titans Go thing. But they did show, as a matter of fact, they dropped 2 episodes of the newest season of Young Justice. So I have to watch that when at some point. And Todd, they're doing a Teen Titans Go crossover with DC Supergirl. I forget what the other show is called.
Nice. Anything Teen Titans Go is good in my book.
They announced they've confirmed a season 4 of Titans and of Doom Patrol, I think. They didn't show anything because I think both of those shows are still running, so like their current seasons aren't finished yet, but they've got season 4s on the way.
Is the Peacemaker show also being written and or directed by
Sean Gunn?
Yes. Wait,
It's
no,
not. I don't know
Sean
if it's,
Gunn.
No, James Gunn.
Oh,
I
James
don't know
Gunn.
if it's. I don't know if he directed it, but he's definitely a writer and heavily involved in it.
Interesting. Man, what a fucking travel. What a journey for him. He goes from being
Right.
like the Guardians person, then getting briefly fired from Disney, picking up Suicide Squad. Now he's back on Guardians, so he's like doing both now and like seemingly doing very
Yeah.
well for both. So,
And doing the Guardians Christmas special on top of that.
oh, I
That's
forgot about
coming.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean he's getting movies with DC now, shows with DC, and he's got movies and shows with
I mean,
Disney.
his track record's been pretty good. For his
Yeah,
last
no,
couple
he knows
movies.
how to handle ensemble cast
Yeah.
superhero movies. So it's interesting. I wonder if at any point either Disney and or Warner Brothers will try to like sever him from the other side of it, so he's not doing both. Like I wonder if they'll try to like, I don't know, offer him something that will make it so that he can't do both.
That'd be interesting prospect. Other than potentially like, him being tied up with one property, he can't work on the other. I don't see why they would bother.
Yeah, I guess if DC doesn't see him as like see his Disney work as like a direct threat or competitor to like the DC work that's coming out, maybe not, and vice versa with Disney. But I don't know. I mean, if he keeps putting out, was Suicide Squad a banger? Like, was it like both commercially and like critically received well?
I don't know about commercial. I think critically it did well. Commercial, it was weird just because it was one of like the big HBO Max releases, so a lot of people
Yes,
probably just saw it at home.
gotcha.
But I think that opening weekend it did okay. I don't know what the overall
Yeah.
run it made.
I mean, if at some point like he continues to just put out like high grossing valuable things for either Disney and or Warner Brothers, I wouldn't be as a regular contributor to those like franchises. I mean, at this point, I don't on the DC side of things, I just don't know. But on the Marvel side of things, like who are the like regular contributors now to the movies? You got Taika, you got Gunn.
It sounds like Gunn's done with Marvel after Guardians of the. It seems like Guardian of the Galaxy is going to be his
3.
last. Yeah, that's going to be his
Oh.
last. Yeah, I mean, like even like the people around, like even Dave Bautista, like they're definitely killing off someone in the final Guardians, and he already confirmed that. But yeah, you can tell he's pretty much. I'm sure he wanted to finish his story. I'm sure he had somewhat of a plan for all 3 movies, and I'm sure he's still not happy with Disney, even though
Yeah.
he'll probably take that opportunity to close it out.
Dom, would you want to see Gunn tackle Star Wars?
I don't think it's goofy enough for him. He's like,
Well, he could probably do
Here's-
like a Disney Plus show or just a non-core trilogy movie.
Yeah, well, I was trying to decide if there's like a good ensemble group that he could do, and like Todd said, like a group of like comedic relief characters almost.
Yeah. Well, I'm wondering if like they'd ever.
I mean,
let
it would
him...
be interesting to see what he did if
Yeah.
he did something like that.
But I wonder if they would ever let him just kind of like create a show for Disney Plus that was like unique characters or new characters that were canon.
maybe.
Yeah. I don't know. I think he could do something fun in that universe. I think he would put his spin on how characters and stuff and worlds react in that universe.
I guess the thing that I'll say is that even Guardians as what they are, he seems to operate better like where he has a line and he's like kind of towing that line.
Yeah.
And I don't know if Star Wars is great for that, so
I still need to watch Visions. I haven't watched Visions.
I keep on forgetting it. Yeah.
I did end up finishing it, and largely enjoyable.
Did you watch it yet, Dom, or no?
I watched 3 of them, I think.
Good.
Yeah, they're good stories.
Yeah, I need to watch it. I just haven't really.
Did you watch the first 3, or did you just like watch a random 3?
Yeah, no, the last one that I watched was the Twins.
Okay.
That show Barry clicked for me really hard now, so I'm fully invested. I'm just gonna watch all 3 seasons. I
Yeah,
think it's really good. It's really good. It's actually really funny. I didn't realize how funny the show was. And Henry Winkler, whatever his name is fucking amazing in that show. He's so good.
yeah. I've heard good things. Maybe I'll watch it at some point. I haven't really been watching anything. Like, I haven't watched What If. I haven't watched Star Wars Visions. I haven't.
I got to catch up on What If.
I watched the first episode of Squid Game. I might watch the second episode and see if I'm intrigued by the concept of Squid Game. I don't know if it's a show I'll actually like and finish, but I do like the idea of what's going on. And then I don't know.
Watch Midnight Mass. It's perfect for you.
Isn't it a scary show?
It's not scary at all. But I mean, I guess like there's like a scare here and there, but not
Yeah.
really like. It's more about like monologues about religion and then like fucked up shit happening, but like not really scary.
We'll see. I don't know. I do need to watch something. Because Big Brother's over. The Circle already came and went. I've just been playing games, and if I watch something, it's at night. I just throw Seinfeld on and I'm watching that until I fall asleep.
I mean, I gotta remember that's on Netflix.
It's fucking great. Honestly, it's fucking better than I remember. I'm so happy it's on Netflix because
I'm super glad. I'm glad it's on Comedy Central now.
Oh, it's also playing on Comedy Central all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Not all
great.
the time, but like for a while.
All
Comedy
this money
Central
that
had, like,
Jerry's making off of this, Jerry and Larry are making off of just fucking these syndication deals and everything is insane. Probably.
Weren't the core cast like original? Like, didn't their contracts work out in some way where like they took a stance on like syndication, like hoping that would be like, didn't they make good money off the show, or am I thinking of it backwards?
I don't know.
I can't. I feel like I remember reading something at the time where either they were ahead of thinking and like took their contract through syndication, like heavily, like based on. They either, I can't remember. They either got really lucky with their choice of their contract, or they got fucked because it ended up being this crazy show and they didn't have any syndication like deal or something to be paid on it. I can't remember. You were gonna say something.
What was I say? Oh, the first thing I was gonna say was, Comedy Central typically has like they've got The Office and then South Park, and then maybe one other show at any given time that they just play all the time. Like with the exception of maybe 1 hour at 10 o'clock where they might play some original show, something like Aquafina from Queens. They'll play once a week. So now they added Seinfeld into the rotation of stretches of time where they play a show,
yeah.
and also Friends. But who gives a shit about Friends?
I think George Costanza
Most quotable.
Costanza is probably one of the greatest TV characters of all time.
Yeah, Costanza is pretty great. It's honestly just a good fucking show. Like
Elaine's great.
I don't remember that show being as good as it is, and maybe it's just because it was like I was young when it was on. But
that's what it was probably, because I remember like I was pretty young when it first aired, and I remember I watched it like years later, and I was like, oh, this show's really good.
Yeah,
it's
like it's
now I get it.
It's a pretty good show. I'm happy that's like my fucking fall asleep to this show now.
It's basically just Curb Your Enthusiasm.
I know. I really need to watch Curb. I watched like the first season.
Oh, Curb's so good.
Larry David's great. Anyways, we're just rambling about fucking nothing. Anything else they want to say about
Just
DC
like
FanDome?
Yeah, are we gonna see The Rock and Henry Cavill get to fight, Mike?
Wait, why are they fighting?
World,
yes. Why is Black Adam a Superman villain or something?
He's just a villain.
He's a villain. He is of comparable strength.
Is he ever a good guy?
I think he's had things where he's like,
I think at
an
best
anti-hero, like Venom. Yeah.
I really hope they just keep The Rock as a bad guy and don't make him like next movie he's like teaming up with Shazam. I feel like
the next movie that he shows up in, he'll be fighting Shazam.
Yeah, that's my guess. But yeah, I I don't know if they're gonna bother trying to bring Cavill back at all at any point.
Too bad.
Oh, is
Yeah.
his contract as Superman done?
Probably.
He's in a yeah.
Yeah. Eh.
Listen, they shouldn't
Just make
have,
him-
they shouldn't have CGI'd his mustache off. That's what happens.
Right? Just make him Bond. Even though I want Idris Elba to be Bond, but I'd take a Cavill, so.
Spoiler free. How is
Yeah.
Bond, Mike? Is it top tier Bond for you or no?
Nah, maybe not top tier. I mean, top tier in the sense that I probably liked it more. I liked it more than Quantum of Solace, and I probably liked it more than Spectre. But I would have to rewatch both of those films to be certain.
Mike,
So
who's your
that-
favorite Bond?
Nope, Timothy Dalton. No, honestly, it's probably Brosnan. We had this conversation, didn't we?
Wait, really?
I just wanted you to say the
You want me to do
the Parks and Rec quote.
quote?
Yeah.
Mamma mia.
Which I did
Here
look
we go
up recently
again,
for
Mike.
something. I did look it up recently, and we've misquoted it because I forget how it was phrased. It was not. He did not name the same Bond actors I thought he did.
One of them was definitely Lazenby, though, right?
One of them was definitely Lazenby, but I don't think Timothy Dalton was the other one. I think he said something else. I think
No,
he
it's
started off
probably
saying
the-
Daniel Craig.
Oh, really?
I think so.
Mr. Craig. Anyways,
Yeah. So out of the 5 Craig Bond films, it's in the top 3.
It's definitely in the top 5.
It's definitely in the top 5.
all right, fair enough.
Uh,
Well,
yeah.
no, go ahead.
Yeah. It ties directly into the preceding film, so you could just walk in, but you'd be lost for some of the things.
I think I'd be lost no matter what because I've never seen any Bond movie.
Yeah.
Does he still say shaken, not stirred?
Yes.
Wait, does he say that in every movie?
He didn't say it in Casino Royale. Casino Royale, the bartender's like, when he asks for a martini, the bartender goes, shaken or stirred, and he's like, he got very upset. He was upset at the time. He said something different. He said, who gives a damn?
Oh,
Something along
wow.
those lines.
Wow. Damn, Daniel Craig's been trying to get out of this role for fucking ever. He's just fucking saying what he's going off script. Anyways, thank you all so much for listening to this week's episode 281 of the Pass Control Podcast. If you're a friend of the show, fan of the show, want to help support the show, you can do that in a few different ways. The first of which being share us on social media. Leave us a review on Apple Podcasts or wherever podcasts can get reviews, wherever you listen. And if you have, the chance, follow us on social media. Let a friend know. So that way we can continue to engage with more beautiful, lovely people out there who listen to the show. If you have a few bucks kicking around, you want to help support the show, you can do that in a few different ways. Go to passcontroller.threadless.com, becoming emblazoned with our swag. You get a nice Pass Controller shirt, sweatshirt, other things, so that you let people know that you listen to this terrible show. You can also become a patron at patreon.com/passthecontroller or subscribe to us on Twitch at twitch.tv/passcontroller. If you want to keep the conversation up with us in our community, you can join our Discord server. You can follow us at Pass Controller. Or you can follow me at BGroom. You can follow Mike at _MichaelPath. You can follow Todd at Toddy_by_nature. You can follow Dom at PTC_OneLittleSpark. And again, thank you all so much for listening to this week's episode 281. Until next time.